What's up, folks? Man, it is super humid out here. We got a big tournament going on. It's going to be one of those hot, sticky summer days. You know, this Coike, the urchin craze, and it is a craze. It's been the talk of the town all over social media, and I like it. I've caught some fish on it, but I've only really used it one way. Well, today we're gonna do something crazy. I don't even know if this is gonna work, but I get bored out here, so we're gonna try to make some magic happen. This is gonna be like the Quaky challenge. I got Quakies rigged up all different ways. I got one rigged up on a swim jig. We're gonna throw it around the grass. I've got one on a chatterbait. I have got one on a drop shot. You know, I've got one rigged with the Frico rig where I can work it like a jerkbait. I've got one on a jig as a jig trailer. And I've got one right here, top water. And I've got one Carolina rigged. So the challenge today is to catch a fish on each one of these techniques. I have no idea if it's gonna work or not. The main draw of that urchin is, you know, that pop, and then that stop. I think that action is what typically triggers the fish. So I have no idea if I'm gonna be able to catch them doing other things, but we're gonna experiment. We're gonna go out there and learn a little bit about, are there different ways to catch fish on the old cat toy. So let's see if we can make it happen. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be challenging. This is gonna be fun though. Topwater Coike. How about that? Decent fish. That's a nice fish, actually. There we go. Look at that. Topwater. Pearl white. It's that Big Fish Technologies Outdoors. That was crazy. This is fun. I feel like this is probably the second best way to catch those fish on a urchin type bait is the top water. I mean, so let me give you a little breakdown. You know, we've been out here for a couple hours and it is completely still. My chesty camera keeps shutting off because it's just so hot out here and humid. And I've thrown the drop shot, the smaller one on a drop shot, and I mean, I've had a couple little bluegill nibbles. They don't want it. I've thrown on a chatterbait, and I've got like a 19 millimeter on a chatterbait, and I'm gonna take it down to like that uni size, that 17 mil, and see if I can get some, you know, get some feedback on that. I've had a couple follow it, but it's such a big bait, and I'm throwing it on a 1/2 ounce chatterbait, but it still wants to ride up, so I can't get it down. And I've thrown it on a swim jig. I mean, I don't know. There's no wind out here, so it's probably not the best day. And there's a big tournament going on. A lot of the spots I wanted to fish, there's people on it, and I'm not going to get in their way. So I'm just kind of fishing some, you know, secondary stuff. But that was cool. This thing on top it's unique, and that fish just kind of sucked it down. I actually wasn't looking. I was looking on the other side, and I heard a little slurp, and there was a big wake, and I got it. Just a 2-aught VMC weedless Nico. And I'm actually throwing, this is on my jerkbait rod. So it's like 12-pound sniper, that luge reel, and I don't know, man. It's a challenge, I'm telling you, it's a challenge. Jig with the little uni on the back. Man, it's impossible to catch these fish. It's so tough out here. But I'm on that one. Just a little, it's like a 1/2 ounce Cumberland Polarized Procaster. Magic Craw, or I don't know what color it is. It's just a good color. But I cannot catch them on. I caught one on top. I can't even catch them on the Frico rig. They're just not biting right now. That one bit. Decent fish. Water temp 90 degrees on the Garmin, or actually on the Lowrance. Water temp 90 degrees on the Lowrance, 87 on the Garmin. Whew. What's up, folks? Man, it is African hot out here. Man, this is a challenge. There's no doubt about it. I knew it'd be a challenge, but I didn't know it was going to be quite this hard. We've caught a fish on top water, weightless urchin, which is really cool. I think that's going to be something that you could actually utilize in certain situations. It's got a good popping action. We did catch one as a jig trailer. I'm not too impressed with that. And then I've had several bites with this right here, just a chatterbait, and I switched up my chatterbait. This is a 1/2 ounce Hawgz Custom Bait. I was throwing the chatterbait Elite, and you see how it's got this archy style head that really wants to make that urchin ride up, so I couldn't keep it down even with the 1/2 ounce. They're both 1/2 ounce. This has got a ball head, it keeps it down. And I also went to a different urchin style bait. Ordinary Angler sent me some of these. These are made out of regular plastic. They're not the Elastec, so they don't float, and and a little bit smaller than like the 19 mil. That allows the bait to get down a little bit. I'm impressed with this chatterbait actually. I haven't really fished it a whole lot, but it really thumps. That chatterbait Elite, it wasn't doing anything. The urchin was making it dead, but as soon as I switched to this one, it's got a lot of good thumping action. I think I would have caught several fish if I would have just been fishing a traditional chatterbait, because the problem, and I don't know why, is they're hitting it and they're letting it go like really quick. I've had a couple really good bites and they thumped it, and then I've missed them, and I feel like I would have caught them if it would have been a regular chatterbait. Don't really know why. We're experimenting, but I got 3 more techniques that I want to catch a fish on. I don't know, we're running out of time. Drop shot. I've been throwing a drop shot a lot with this Morning Dawn color, smaller urchin style bait, like a 14-ish. I cannot get a bite on it at all. Carolina rig, I got a Yamamoto uni on there. That weight's going to be on the bottom, and that uni theoretically should be floating up because it's a floating bait. And then the other one is just traditional, with that Frico rig, just jerking it. I've actually thrown that a bunch, and I've only had one fish grab it, and I missed them. So the bite is just off right today. I talked to several guys fishing out here. There's a tournament out here, and they said it's pretty tough. It's kind of a morning deal, and it's just died down. There's no wind. It's in the mid 90s. The humidity's probably 60%. It's nasty out here. So I'm gonna fish about another hour, and I'm gonna try to catch a fish on a drop shot, you know, jerking that urchin and Carolina rig, see what happens. Whew, I just got sweat in my eyes. Oh gosh. Can't get a dang hook in these fish. I had like 5 bites on this chatterbait. That was a good fish. They don't eat it like they do the normal chatterbait. Oh. Dude, that was a freaking big one. I mean, he about jerked the rod out of my hand. Don't know how I missed him. Stopped it. Dang it. They just don't hold on to it, I think is the deal. See? Another good bite. God. I don't know how, I'm 100% sure that if I would be throwing a regular chatterbait, I'd have caught that fish, because they're grabbing it. They're just not, it's like they're just grabbing it and spitting it or something. God, come on. 2 bites right in a row on this little point. Good bites too. Got him. Ha 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 ha. Got me one. Finally got one on the chatterbait with the Quaky. Look how pretty that fish is. I mean, I've missed a couple big ones actually on this thing, but it seems like they don't commit to it. Like, I know if I had normal chatterbait, I would have caught several of those fish. So I don't know what's going on, but something is going on. I had to bump up to, this is a Hawgz Custom Baits, like his half ounce version. It's got a little split ring on it. This thing's got really good vibration at a slow rate. The other chatterbait I was throwing was like the Elite, and it is just dead. And it had a kind of a surfboard type head, and it was wanting to rise up. This has got a ball head, and this sucker actually stays down pretty good. It's a half ounce. The hardest thing about fishing this was he used this thread to tie on the skirt, and I had to cut that skirt off, and it was tied so good it was hard to do. But we did catch one on this. Man, we've been working. It is super, super hot. Camera keeps shutting off. But we got one. Whew. There he is. Good one. Good one. There we go. Okay. All right, folks, that's gonna wrap it up. Pretty good, solid fish. That was with the Frico rig. Man, it's tough out here. I never could get a bite on a drop shot or a Carolina rig. That right there, this is that, what's the brand? Oh, this brand right here, BFT Super Urchin. It's been a pretty good one. That's a nice solid fish. Man, I threw that drop shot a lot, and they do not want it. I don't care what you do. Could not get them to bite it. Carolina rig, I mean, they just wanted something moving, but it was a fun experiment. You know, I think there's an application for that urchin worked on top. It's got a neat little, it's got a cool little sound, man. And it just kind of, when it stops, it just kind of flares out, which is really cool. I caught one on it and I just pretty much put it away. The jig trailer, you know, I don't know. It is what it is. It does have a little bit of secondary action. Chatterbait, I did get a lot of bites on a chatterbait. Like I said earlier, I just could not get a hook in them. I don't know why. I don't know if they're just grabbing it and letting go of it. But it does work on that. But honestly, guys, I think this right here, just a 2/0 Nico hook with an 1/8 ounce weight, you know, the frog hook, whatever. I think just jerkbait style is probably the best way to fish the urchin rig. But man, I'm going to the house. I am tired. I guess we got 4 out of the 6. A free rig would be another way to try, but I don't think it would have worked today just because the fish were wanting something moving. They're really on shad right now. I mean, they're totally focused on shad. A lot of the baits pushed up along the grass line. There's a lot of really small, like young of the year shad swimming around. So I'm lucky to actually catch what I did. The wind just now started blowing, but it's been brutally hot. Water temps are like right at 90 degrees. Air temps were like mid 90s. Humidity was like 60. It was rough, man. I'm ready to put the boat on the trailer, get to the house. So we tried, man. We tried. That was one of the hardest challenges I've done in quite some time. Until next time.